Peace, what up everybody? So glad you guys are here and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm talking about a name that doesn't always get shouted as loud as it should. I'm talking about Big Noyd, aka Rapper Noyd, the shadow member and the legend who made Crew affiliate into an art form. So grab your bottle of Henny, let's just get into it.
I am Broadway the Lyricist, homie, just let me do my thing. I'm on top, on my grind, I'ma always get it.
We all know the legendary duo Havoc and the late great Prodigy, better known as the infamous Mobb Deep. But there's always been a pivotal third presence, and that's Big Noyd. Not a background extra, more like an honorary third member, and that's what this video is about. The discography, the quotable verses, the impact that's quieter than it should be, and why it matters. To Juan Perry, better known as Big Noyd, strongly affiliated and tight with Mobb Deep. He's featured on all their albums except for one, because his allegiance is that real. He got his first major public break on a track called Stomp 'Em Out on Mobb Deep's '93 debut album, Juvenile Hell.
The song that I did on Juvenile Hell was Stomp 'Em Out. It's like the third track on the album. And the reason why I even got on the joint, I just went to go hang out in the studio, but I always used to write rhymes, you know what I mean? Like, I was always into hip hop. But
in my opinion, the moment that changed the game, 1995, the classic album, The Infamous. Big Noyd appeared on Give Up the Goods, Right Back at You, and Party Over. But it was that quotable verse on Give Up the Goods specifically that reportedly earned his $300,000 record deal from Tommy Boy. So yeah, he went from affiliate to record deal holder real quick. Let's run through a few of the albums. And just to note, I'm skipping the deep catalog for now, and I'll hit you with the key ones just so you know what's up. Episodes of a Hustler, his debut solo released December 10th of 1996. Produced largely by Havoc with Tommy Boy's backing. It charted, but it really didn't blow up. Only the Strong came out in 2003. That featured production from Alchemist and Havoc. On the Grind was 2005. Stick Up Kid was 2006. Illustrious and Street Kings both came out in 2008. And then you have the 2010 Queen's Chronicle. That's a little bit later on in the catalog, obviously. Now, here's the thing. The numbers don't exactly reflect his influence. He wasn't charting #1 every week or anything like that, but it doesn't take away from any of his credibility or the influence that he had on the culture. If you want to study Big Noyd, these are some of the joints you should listen to, in my humble opinion. Give Up the Goods from The Infamous. It had that punchy, unapologetic, I'm here type feel. His entrance line alone, you're with the RAPPERNOYD. The second that you hear it, you already know what it is. You also want to check out Hoodlum from the soundtrack with the same name in '97. That had Mobb Deep, of course, Big Noyd, and Rakim. He was an elite company, and he definitely held his own. And later on the Only the Strong album, his solo joints like Shoot 'Em Up, Bang Bang, showed not only his maturation, but also his ability to handle songs with mastery on his own. Usual Suspects, the Stretch Armstrong remix specifically came out in '96, personally one of my favorites, and the unreleased Mobb Deep track called Pyramid Points. Those are all the joints that you absolutely have to hear. When I think about impact, it's not about how much noise you make or how loud you are, but how necessary you are. Big Noyd exemplifies the honorary member role done right. He wasn't always the lead artist, but he did raise standards and he connected dots. For any crew or any label, he's the one that you bring in when you want the cut to feel authentic and well-rounded. His presence on Mobb Deep albums ensured that they had depth beyond the two frontmen. He was infrastructure. So if you're watching this and you're a longtime Mobb Deep fan, or even if you're new to the music and you've ever overlooked the guy in the background just because you thought the stars were enough, take this as your sign to run back some of that music and take a deeper listen. So here goes your playlist. #1, Give Up the Goods so that you can understand Big Noyd's breakout moment. #2, Episodes of a Hustler, his debut album, so you can hear his transition from affiliate to solo artist. Only the Strong and On the Grind to hear his growth and maturity in the music. Lastly, and most recently, you want to hear Mobb Deep's Infinite album, specifically the track The M, The O, The B, The B, so that you can hear the legacy still lives on with him. I challenge you to listen to your favorite crew support artists and ask yourself, is this just a guess or are they essential? Because Big Noyd shows exactly what essential looks like. All right, that's my take on the legend in his own right, Big Noyd. You already know how we do. Are you a Rapper Noyd fan? Share your thoughts down in the comments below, and if this video hit you or made you go back to a track that you may have skipped, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your crew. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click here for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. Don't take it personal. If it ain't about you, it don't apply, let it fly.